Friends of the show, rejoice. The boys are back. Welcome to another episode of Talk ABQ Presents Two Men On right here on Believe.com, bringing you all the sports and pop culture talk that you can handle. Another episode, another Monday Night Football from Howie's sports page. Van Nunley, Jake Cassio, Luke Markwith joining you on the program. I got some good news and some bad news, depending on your opinion of this human being.
Hit me.
Fred's not here.
Woo!
It's just another Fredless Monday. Oh. Fred went and hung out with John Cena, or John You Can't Cena. I'm not sure which one it is. He'll be back on Wednesday to tell you all about John Cena's final match. Lucky for you, I got Jake and Luke here with me, recapping the weekend, and holy shit, friends of the show, was it bonkers. Start with, of course, RIP, Rob Reiner, one of the GOATs, depending on how old you are and what you're into as a consumer of media, of movies, of TV. He had an impact in your life. Tragic times for the Reiner family, absolutely disgusting. More news will be coming out as it emerges, but allegedly, as of right now, it looks like he was stabbed and or bludgeoned to death by his own family member, killing him and his wife of many decades. RIP Rob Reiner. Before we jump into it, Jake, Luke, and talk about the legacy of Rob Reiner, let's talk about how to be a decent person.
All right, I'm going to have to pull out my pen and my notes for this, for the...
Jake, you're still young. You got a lot of time to learn.
There's still a chance for you.
There's still a chance. There's still time for you, Jake.
What's crazy is I'm the same age as the alleged perpetrator. Yeah.
Perpetrator, that will work. Not a surprise either way. Luke, I know me and you lived through the height of Rob Reiner's powers, and, the art that he created still resonates with us today.
Yeah, we kind of caught him on the tail end as an actor.
Correct.
With just kind of the old reruns and such, and then right on into the directing and the...
One of the worst things, and the bar is already set so incredibly low for character and integrity and humanity of our very own President of the United States of America, but he hit a new low today as he ran Rob Reiner through the mud on Truth Social. And I quote, hey, and again, friends of the show, a lot of jokes coming, a lot of brevity, a lot of levity. We're going to have a lot of fun. But first, from our president, 45th and 47th president of these United States, Donald J. Trump, and I quote, "A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood." Okay. Good start.
Great start.
Yeah, great
and it
start.
Didn't start with thoughts and prayers.
Okay. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling, okay, that's obviously not true. He's wildly talented and successful, but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away. Okay. Together with his wife, Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. And again, I'm not paraphrasing. I'm not interpreting anything. This is an actual, what do you call a tweet on Truth Social?
A truther?
Okay. He dropped a puke chart all over Truth Social, and I'll keep going on. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. All right. That's the ramblings of a narcissistic maniac. And he ends it with, "May Rob and Michelle rest in peace." All right, let me do it. Okay.
Great start, great ending.
Okay. Thank you for
that,
Got
a little
Jake.
questionable there in the middle.
Sandwich.
Yeah. Okay, now hear me out. If you take out that verbal diarrhea in the middle, and if the president of the United States, the leader of the free world, the people the youth of the world is supposed to look up to for character and integrity and dignity and decency. If he would have said the first sentence, a very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, skip this middle part, and his wife passed away. Holy shit, that's a great start.
That's a good.
I'm really into that.
I think you could just say that.
And then the last sentence, may Rob and Michelle rest in peace. Wow.
I'm all for it.
That would have been incredible.
Yeah.
That's the actions, that's the diction, that's the verbiage of a president who we should all look up to. But that rambling, incoherent nonsense that made it all about himself in the middle is absolutely disgusting. And he has set the bar even lower than he had previously before.
I mean, somebody's got Trump derangement syndrome.
It's the mirror.
Yeah.
It's the mirror has Trump derangement syndrome. This is awful behavior. It's despicable. And I mean, we don't have enough time on this program to talk about all the awful things he does. Because look, everyone out there, friend of the show, Democrat, Republican, Independent, people who don't give a shit, who are completely indifferent to American politics, we embrace you all. We love you all. We support you all. And we want to entertain you all. So we can't dedicate a whole ass show every single time to the crazy things that he says. But this one, for me, and I'll give you reasons right now, is the worst thing he's done yet. Because as we know, Jake, as we know, Luke, just a couple months ago, hero of the right wing, Charlie Kirk, was assassinated and or murdered, depending on your view of the incident. And there was outrage on the news, on the internet, on social media, that people dared talk about his hate speech and brought up some of the things that he said. And people got doxxed. People got fired from their jobs. People got socially outed for the things that they thought. And again, United States of America, what's our First Amendment? The number one that we fixed. The number one thing that we left out of the Constitution. We're like, hey, number one thing we got to fix about this document that's going to shape the future of this country and the free world, free speech. And I believe
I mean, there's 5 elements to the First Amendment. But
Yes,
I mean,
that's one of them.
They're all pretty important.
Yeah.
Yes, free friggin' speech is the most important thing that the rise and the greatness of this country relies upon. And people were fired from their jobs, were ousted from their families for having opinions about someone who was taken too early, who was murdered. A absolutely horrible event happened to Charlie Kirk. And fast forward 2 months later, the same person who went on record saying that these people who said anything negative about Charlie Kirk should be fired, should be kicked out of their job, should be publicly shamed, did the exact same thing. And dare I say, worse and worse and worse and worse, blaming his murder on Trump derangement syndrome. This is despicable behavior. And you're seeing a lot of people in the House, people in the Senate, Republicans are stepping away like, hey, this isn't what we signed up for. We disagree with all these opinions, and he should be shamed for his words and actions. For everything that I know, and again, sorry, I'm railroading this segment right now, Jake. Jake, Luke will give you a chance to respond. But I think if you look back on the history of Rob Reiner, is there any scandal? Is there any drama? Is there anything involved in his whole life that you would point to, like, hey, this garbage human had it coming? And I know of nothing.
Yeah.
I know of nothing.
I don't know much about Rob Reiner. I know some things, but I do know him being a political activist and, just outspoken person was one of his things that he was passionate about. And I think Trump got it wrong. If it was TDS syndrome, as he's claiming, wouldn't that be a suicide and not a murder? Wouldn't TDS be affecting the person who did the murdering?
I mean, there's a lot of elements to this. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of X's in the equation. But to the day of, I mean, if you want to make it a talking point months later, once the actual information from his early demise, I mean, and it looks incredibly tragic too.
Yeah.
From what we learned so far, it looks like his own son allegedly was the one who did it.
Yeah.
Had a mental break and murdered his parents, and his daughter was the one to find the bodies. This is the type of moment where you embrace the country. You tell them that, like, this kind of behavior is the type of thing that I'm trying to work towards that will never, ever happen again. You don't carpet bomb the country with a Truth Social tweet blaming it on his hate for you.
Thank God only like 500,000 people have Truth Social downloaded.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm looking at this, what do I call it? This Truth Social puke chart. I'm looking at this puke chart, and it's just a screenshot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
The
of course,
whole
yeah.
world-
Everybody knows
The
it.
whole world is seeing this right now, and I'm ashamed to a new level that I haven't been yet for our president.
And you know, the thing is, and I guess the sad thing is, everybody's going to see this, and it's not going to change many opinions.
Sure. I mean, if
you already feel that way about him, you're going to keep feeling that way about him.
Yeah.
Whichever way you already feel about him, at this point, I don't think this is the thing that's going to make a lot of people go, "Oh, wow." I mean,
For me,
there have been some that have stepped away, but
Yeah.
that's already been kind of in the process.
for me, speaking personally, it was him sucking Bill Clinton's cock, allegedly, which
That's
really
what did it
sealed
for
the
you.
deal for me. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's what made you jump off the wagon.
Yeah, yeah. You know what they said, man. A man can build 1,000 bridges,
Yeah.
but he sucks one cock.
Anything not to release the Epstein files.
Yeah,
Like,
straight up. What if
oh.
Trump killed Bob Reiner or Robert Reiner?
Wouldn't surprise me at all. And then blamed it on his kid. I mean, okay. Anything that he can do to distract from releasing the Epstein files and opening up this giant cabal of people who are human trafficking, and so many people are going to be implicated across the corporate world, the business world, the political world, the entertainment world, and just putting your thumb on top of that envelope, on top of that file from ever being opened with a new crazy rant, a new crazy idea. And then,
Especially when you ran on the platform of releasing it.
correct.
Well,
Yeah.
I knew we were fucked when they started talking about aliens.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah,
once they started releasing
Yeah.
all that information out, I knew we're screwed. We're
Yeah.
done. It's over. That list must be really something special.
It's going to be something special.
Did you see the pictures that got released?
I did.
Yeah, the glove was crazy.
Just nibble after nibble of this thing finally blowing open, and it's never going to be soon enough. So thank you for bearing with us on my rant against the embarrassment of this president again. And look, I don't care if you declassify. Sorry, I'm a little emotional, guys. I'm a little stuttery right now. I'm going to power right through it. But I don't care if you declassify marijuana from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3 and pushing the first domino from federal legalization. Nice try. This is still your true colors. This is still who you are. And I am absolutely ashamed for our country and, dare I say, the world and anyone who supports this vile human being. With that being said, now let's celebrate Rob Reiner. Because he had a huge impact on my upbringing and like my consumption of movies and media and television shows. The guy is an absolute legend. Like, you know, we talk about on this program a lot, like the coaching tree.
Yeah.
Like, who's in Andy Reid's coaching tree?
The directorial tree.
Exactly. Who's in Bill Walsh's coaching tree? And who's in Bill Belichick's coaching tree? What did they do after that? Everyone who's in Rob Reiner's acting and directing tree are absolutely crushing it right now.
Well, it's actually Carl Reiner's, his father's tree.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, he was the biggest and the first and biggest branch from his dad's tree. But
so
I mean,
in football talk, this is like the Shanahan family.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, absolute
his
Hollywood legend.
his dad, Carl Reiner, was an absolute legend, and same thing, writer, director, actor.
Yeah.
He was the old boyfriend in the wheelchair of Charlie's mom on 2.5 Men.
Oh, really?
That was his dad, Carl Reiner.
Wow, you learn something new every day. See, I've seen some of his films, and some of his, ones he acts in, and some of his directorial.
And his mother actually
ones.
had a great cameo in When Harry Met Sally. She was the woman in the diner that said, "I'll have what she's having."
Oh,
Right.
really?
That was his mom.
That's cool. My favorite role of his was in The Wolf of Wall Street, because that's a little bit more my era.
Correct.
And he played Mad Max, Jordan Belfort's father,
Yeah.
and he got angry when the phone would ring after a certain time. And for me, that scene alone made him a legend in my heart.
Yeah, I mean, Spinal Tap and Princess Bride and
So I was
Stand By Me.
I was heartbroken. I had to watch Princess Bride last night when I heard the news. I'm like, I need this horrible thing that happened to, as far as I know, this great person. Like, I need to wash that taste out of my mouth with, dare I say, one of the top 5 PG movies of all time.
And there's a little Easter egg in there that I recently learned. So the hat that Rob Reiner is wearing in Spinal Tap throughout the movie is hanging on the wall in the kid's room
Oh,
in
see.
The Princess
Oh,
Bride
that's incredible.
as he's reading him the book and doing the whole thing.
When you saw the news, right, that he was murdered, did you go, inconceivable?
Good reference. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you.
You got to do the inconceivable. You can't.
Inconceivable.
That word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Yeah, absolute legend. You mentioned this is Spinal Tap. I mentioned Princess Bride. Like, just two
When Harry Met Sally.
pivotal movies. Yeah, Harry Met Sally. Like, kind of reinvented, modernized the rom-com.
Oh, yeah.
Like, showing infallible characters and introducing dark comedy into a story. Like, very revolutionary. Like, coming-of-age movies like Stand By Me. Like, one of the most pivotal directors of the 80s. Did an incredible job genre hopping because he did A Few Good Men.
Yeah.
You know, a military drama.
The Bucket List.
Did Misery, like
Yeah.
an absolute horror movie.
Ed TV. He was in Ed TV, and that was pretty good.
So R.I.P. Rob Reiner, you will be missed. What a tragic ending to a beautiful person and a beautiful life. Shared so much joy with so many people, and it is an absolute bummer that he had to go out the way he did. Not only the events of the tragedy, but the response by our president, absolutely despicable, and just another feather in our president's cap of being an epic douchebag. Speaking of douchebags, when we get back, we're talking about Albuquerque's own Diego Pavia, which look, boys, we've thrown a lot of shade to Diego Pavia on this very program. And dare I say, I might have turned a corner.
Yeah, I'm a Pavia guy. I'm a Pavia guy.
We're Pavia guys now. Let's go.
And we're going to tell you all about it when we get back. You're listening to Talk ABQ presents 2 Men On right here on Believe.com. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Talk ABQ presents 2 Men On right here on Believe.com. Van Nunley, Jake Cassio, Luke Markwith talking that shit with you, and we're doing it from Howie's Sports page here on the corner of Montgomery and Tramway, the only place to come watch Monday Night Football. We got free glizzies for you. We got giveaways at halftime, merch, and dare I say, a gift certificate you could spend immediately on your bar tab.
Basically free beer.
Free beer coming your way at halftime. here at Howie Sports page. We got that Rob Reiner off my shoulders. Thanks for sitting in with me for that one. Now, to a little bit brighter news, Albuquerque's own Diego Pavia.
Let's go.
Second place in Heisman voting. The highest finish for an Albuquerque athlete, and I think any collegiate award ever.
Yeah.
Any Player of the Year award.
Hey, don't forget about cross country, okay?
Okay, well,
if you'd have told me that a Hispanic quarterback won the Heisman after transferring, after taking a school to unprecedented levels, I'd have been like, all right, well, it was the other one.
Yes, for sure. Did you ever think that like Mendoza over Pavia?
Yeah.
Both undersized quarterbacks.
Sounds like a Yaffle banquet.
Would be 1-2.
Sounds like
in
a
the
Yaffle
Heisman
banquet in Albuquerque.
Yeah, totally.
Well, Mendoza spoke about that in his media day, how he was like, it's really good that, we're bringing up the Hispanic legacy and, showing,
100%.
young Hispanic kids that you can go out and do all of this,
Yeah.
And we got both sides of the coin with that. We got a really nice Fernando Mendoza, doing his thing.
Yeah.
Diego Pavia wearing his headphones
Sure.
with his chains and lying about his height.
And like the fifth man, I think the one that was left off, the best defensive player in this country, Texas Tech's Jacob Rodriguez,
Yeah.
should have been there too.
Yeah.
He should have been sitting in the front row.
He probably should have finished second, and Diego Pavia should have probably finished first.
I think the Heisman committee was like, oh my God, 3 Spaniards in 1 year? There's no way.
They're going to break into a fiesta.
No, there's no way. We can't have 3 Spaniards on the dais.
Yeah, they offered the most chili-less tacos and burritos for them for their Heisman ceremony
Chipotle.
meal. Yeah, they got Chipotle for them.
Yeah. Extra sour cream.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Diego Pavia. Incredible season, incredible performance. Dare I say, like, incredible collegiate career. Unless he has like another lawsuit, finds a way to get another year out of
things
it.
to come in the future, no matter what it is.
Yeah, I don't see. Maybe he gets like a chance of being like an undrafted guy and be on like a scout team or something like that down the road or anything like that. Starting in the NFL, I think that's going to be a long
I didn't say
road
anything
ahead
about
of him.
the NFL.
Yeah.
I said I'm looking more WWE.
Yeah,
Sure.
media for sure.
I think he will be a WWE sensation in the next couple of years. Cena just retiring. There's shoes to fill. I think you're going to see Pavia up there.
I mean, he's made the rounds over social media the last couple of weeks. Like, my algorithm is just flooded with his interviews and everything that he's been doing.
Oh, you get
in the
Diego
public
Pavia?
eye.
I get his mom on my algorithm.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah, she is.
I know you're in the older women.
I went to high school with her.
Oh, really?
I've known Antoinette since she was 15. Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful person. Great girl.
Shout out Theo Vaughn.
He shot his shot, didn't he?
Uh-huh.
That's so funny.
He was there on senior date for him.
The humility might need a dose.
Hey,
Could use a dose of humility. But I mean, that's just
at that age with that kind of stuff, if I was any good at anything at that age, I can't imagine what a prick I'd have been.
and honestly, that's just like my Gran Torino Clint Eastwood
Get off my lawn.
on the rocking chair opinion
Yeah.
of what's going on right now. But there's no way an undersized quarterback from Albuquerque, New Mexico, who bounced around from JUCO to
G5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, New Mexico State, which is, no offense. I love New Mexico State. I attended school there. I still have a couple parking tickets. Going to there and then to SEC, to Vanderbilt, to do the things that he did, to end up on the dais of the Heisman, to be like considered by people in the country as being the second best performance of the year. And if we're just going by statistics, I do think that he had a better year than Fernando Mendoza, but there is no way these old crotchety white Heisman voters are going to put Diego Pavia on that stand to give that speech. There's no way.
If only his last name was Manziel.
You don't get
Sure.
where he's gotten without a healthy self
100%. That chip on his shoulder, that swagger, that's
a
what
healthy
got him
amount
there.
of self-confidence and swagger.
Yes.
He's worked harder. He's done it, man.
I mean, anybody that gets to that upper echelon of college athletics, and I think the SEC, it's basically just diet NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, they are so incredible that if the whole NFL went on strike one year, you'd just be like, I'll just watch the SEC. It's not that far off.
Footsteps Falco.
There you go.
I mean, if that fails, then I'll watch SEC. In the meantime, give me.
So I don't know if
I'll watch both.
I don't know if it's a tweet or an Instagram, but after the ceremony, Pavia sends a picture with his homies and his family. Fuck all the Heisman voters, family for life.
I couldn't agree more. And then did you see he went to a club after and got bottle service, and the little sign that comes with it that was lit up said "fuck Indiana" on it.
It didn't say "Go Vandy."
Nope.
It didn't say "Congrats Diego." It said "fuck Indiana."
Yeah, and you know what? I agree with that sentiment.
Okay.
Mendoza had the second worst Heisman performance out of all Heisman winners in the last 2-3 decades.
Again, he led an Indiana team from nothing to being undefeated, #1 in the country.
Yeah, I was watching some college basketball this weekend, and I looked at my buddy and I said, when do you think the last time the Indiana basketball team had more losses than the Indiana football team in December?
That's wild.
Never.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, Mendoza, give him his flowers too, but I think it was Pavia's trophy to lose.
Well, it's that
and it was just because of what we're talking about right
It
now.
was that double-edged sword. He doesn't get there
Mhm.
without that swagger, and he can't win it with it. They won't give it to him with it.
Correct.
I bet you he gets like a fake Heisman trophy, and puts it above his like fireplace mantle, and he just
From
scratched.
from FIFA,
Yeah,
the FIFA Peace Prize for football goes to Diego Pavia.
should.
Look, I've talked so much shit about Diego Pavia on this program, and a lot of it's deserved. Diego, if you're listening right now, your family, if you're listening, you deserve it. You deserve this heat. But I've turned a little bit. I've turned my opinion a little bit because of that chip on the shoulder, that disrespect. And he used that chip on his shoulder. He used that disrespect to propel him to where he is right now. And I couldn't be more proud of the guy, not only to get this far from the streets of Albuquerque,
South
having to
Valley,
go
Valley, born and raised, baby. Just like
Survive
that's
for sure.
my old hood, man. He's
Like-
everybody down there is proud of him.
That story is absolutely incredible. And like his actions, while like again, the Gran Torino guy in his rocking chair on the front porch might think it's despicable, but guess what? This is 2025,
Yeah,
bitch.
it's a different
Like
world.
it's a different world. People act differently. People behave differently.
Way different.
Rip that Band-Aid off and be yourself. And I don't think I've seen an athlete my whole adult life that is as uniquely himself as Diego Pavia.
It's been a while for sure, and I love the aura that he carried with himself, and having 2 losses in the SEC is nothing to joke about, and
Sure.
you have, like Luke said, you got to have that in order to be in there in that moment. And as a real Gen Z, but the other half of me identifies as baby boomer, I see both sides of the story. If I was Diego Pavia, I would be acting up like that too, probably a lot worse. And if I was a Heisman voter finalist guy, I'd say kick rocks,
Agree.
and probably would have voted for Julian Say.
And while me personally, I would have handled it differently. Go back to the practice facility logo pissing story. Like that wasn't him like being some dickhead like out of the blue. That was years of disrespect.
He had a chip on his shoulder by not being recruited by his hometown team.
Exactly. Like not even being, not considered, not even being thwarted by some blue chip athlete. Like we didn't have the best people playing.
Yeah.
Like why wouldn't New Mexico recruit this guy, give him a chance?
National champion at NIMI.
Exactly. Not even out of high school, not even out of NIMI, where he's completely proven himself already. Like still, of course he's going to feel that way. And of course he's going to use that fire to fuel him, to propel him to where he is right now.
Yeah.
Well, he said he made like $150,000 his first year at NMSU. I don't even think UNM would have wafted $150 at him.
He would have worked for a Sadie's gift card.
Yeah.
Like he would have played for the Lobos for nothing, just because that was his childhood dream, and still didn't even give him a chance, still didn't give him a whiff. So while you may not believe with the way, or you might not agree with the way he handles himself. You might not agree with the way he carries himself. Guess what? Dude's a winner.
Yeah.
Dude did that damn dance, and now he gets to reap the benefits forever. Like, Luke, I really think you're onto something. Like, I do believe football is in his near future. I think a team will give him a chance to, even at the very least, be a locker room guy.
He's a
Pavia
winner.
to the Browns.
He's a winner.
Yeah. I mean, he's a winner. He puts out more effort than anybody.
Put him at fullback. Put him somewhere out there.
Anything.
Put a special package in there where he can run, throw, do a few things. You make him a
Taysom
20
Hill.
Yeah, I mean, what Tim Tebow could have been and what Taysom Hill is. You put a 20-play package in there where you don't know what he's going to do. He could run, he could throw, he could be a decoy.
Even, I mean, he's worth like league minimum just for 2-point conversions.
Yeah.
At the very least, you give this kid a chance.
And
See
like
what
you
he
said,
can do.
as a heart and locker room guy.
Yeah, just give him a minimum
Nobody's
contract.
got a bigger heart.
Yeah. And if he wants to do it, I mean, you saw the NIMI journey. You saw the New Mexico State journey. At the very least, put him in the UFL. Let him be the best quarterback in the secondary league and prove himself at a lower league just like he did before. And then people are going to take notice. People are going to eventually give him a chance.
Yeah.
And he deserves one.
But like I said, he was also a state wrestling champion a couple of times. And
Sure.
he's got that DNA too. So
I mean, it's cliche.
and he's a showman.
Yeah, it's cliche as it's ever been said, but he's got that dog in him, man.
Or maybe
And
even
you
a
need
Pavia reality TV show with
Sure.
him and all his brothers and his hot mom.
If a linebacker acts like Diego Pavia, your defensive coordinator is like, get me that guy.
Oh, yeah.
But for whatever reason, quarterbacks are set on a different standard, and now it's egregious what he's doing. Instead of heart and soul and grit and all those stupid NFL cliches that you want to spit out, it's okay for a linebacker, it's okay for a lineman, but it's not okay for your quarterback. And I'll tell you what, maybe not the whole country's watching, maybe not the whole world is watching, but I guarantee you we are here, and I've seen it work, and I think it will work again.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't get that chance in football, Luke, you are 100% correct. He is going to be a personality for something.
Yeah, 100%.
He's a household name
He's
now.
got success in his future, and he's earned every bit of it.
I mean, any podcast, any popular podcast the last couple of weeks has had Diego in that chair, entertaining, telling stories, comfortable in his own skin, not scared of a microphone, kind of the anti-Mendoza. Like, they could not be more different.
Yeah.
So
Like,
different.
is anybody who wants clicks, that wants views, do you want the same watered-down rhetoric from some, like, whitewash quarterback? Or do you want Diego Pavia on there being proud that he pissed on the Lobo logo?
Yeah.
Like, what is going to drive views? What is going to drive entertainment? What are people going to like and share? They're going to give me Diego.
Yeah.
I mean, from just, a pure football standpoint, I would also run through a wall for, Mendoza, because,
Sure.
you want to support that nerdy, geeky kind of guy who gives it his all and cares and, is
Absolutely.
a deeply emotional man.
Look
but
at
also
Kirk,
at the
Kirk
same
Cousins, Kurt Warner.
Yeah. But also at the same time, if it was Diego Pavia at quarterback for me, I'd be like, yeah, let's win this game so we can hit the club afterwards.
100%.
Yeah. Regardless, both quarterback archetypes are going to motivate you to try to win the game and be better. One for good reasons, one for fun reasons. And I'll take the fun any day of the week.
Hard agree. Give me Burqueño Joe Namath every day. Give me that
He
every
is
day.
Albuquerque Joe Namath.
Yeah, he's Burque Joe Namath, dude.
Yeah, or Johnny Manziel
Instead
2.0.
of Broadway Joe, it's Burke Joe.
Yeah.
Burke Joe.
South Broadway Joe.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Diego Pavia, putting Albuquerque on the map once again. Appreciate your swagger. Appreciate your entertaining play. You're an absolute dude. Welcome to the club, brother.
Yeah.
Well, he's not really in a club because he didn't win the Heisman, but he's in a cool club.
Is AARP a club? Because I think Philip.
Jake's only been to the first. Jake's only been to the first part of that.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
AA. I was like, yeah, that is real.
It is.
AA is a club.
Yeah.
AARP is definitely a club, and Phillip Rivers is almost in it. We break down the NFL weekend. We look forward to Monday Night Football, and we talk Phillip Rivers when we get back. You've been listening to Talk ABQ Presents 2 Men On right here on Believe.com. Welcome back to the program, friend of the show. Welcome back to Talk ABQ Presents 2 Men On right here on Believe.com. And we are right here at Howie Sports Page on the corner of Montgomery and Tramway. Going to have a blast here tonight watching Monday Night Football. Steelers, Dolphins. We'll get to that in a short minute. It's a Fredless Monday. He was in our nation's capital where the Puke Chart Truth Social dropper hangs his head. I mean, when he's not at Mar-a-Lago. But I think the biggest story of the NFL weekend is Phillip Rivers and his triumphant return. And this dude was 45 seconds away from leading a team that he spent 3 days with.
Yeah.
3 days of practice.
Didn't even know everyone's name.
Didn't know everyone's name. Doesn't know the playbook. Barely knows the coaches.
He knows the playbook. He knows the playbook.
Yeah.
Enough.
But I will say he made man boobs look really, really good.
I mean, for him to be as big and slow as he was his first 18 years or whatever in the NFL, to see him come back with another 50 LBs and to see that cannon and to see him even more immobile in the pocket and having that go-ahead field goal with 45 seconds left
against a really good Seahawks team.
Really good Seahawks team.
Who didn't even score a single point on the Colts other than field goals.
Field goals, yep. 6 field goals was the winner for the Seahawks. So, I mean, great effort by Phillip Rivers, a huge comeback story. Like, how many people in their 40s and 50s or whatever, like, got that little extra boost over the weekend? They're like, oh, shit, Phillip Rivers is back? If he can come back and do it for 3 days, I can do anything.
Yeah, anything. It was crazy seeing Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, and Drew Brees and Phillip Rivers on my TV all at the same time again.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I missed it. And, you know, it was good to hear a couple dang nabbits on the sidelines, you know, a couple gosh darn it's, you know. And he throws the ball in such a weird way, the angle of release.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch Phillip Rivers again. 120 yards, 1 touchdown, and an interception at a 73.1 QBR. Like, that's not bad at all.
Well, and that interception was, you know, he threw it, but it was desperation time, just trying to huck it up and make something happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like in the course of a driver, you know.
He had 11 seconds or whatever to try to get in field goal range. That's completely excusable.
66%
completion
it's
almost
rate.
a Hail Mary interception. You don't really fault that one, you know.
Totally. Like, just seeing him come back, like, friend of the show. I know you most likely love your family. You most likely love your kids. And it's probably because
you don't have 10 of them.
You only have 1 or 2 kids. You don't have 10 of them. And probably like after his performance, there'll be another one in 9 months from now.
So after you're done playing, right, you get 5 years of health insurance for your whole family.
Correct.
One day before he signed that contract, his insurance was going to expire.
Yeah.
Such a smart move. Another 5 years of health insurance paid for the family because he's still got young ones growing up.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to worry about that. He did this for the health insurance, to relive glory, to motivate the kids that he coaches, and just to see, why not?
And to stick it to Matthew Stafford, who was just about to pass him on the all-time
Yes.
yardage list
Exactly.
for 7th, I think it was.
Well, that still might happen this season, even if Phillip Rivers plays the rest of the year.
It still could. And if not, it'll happen next year. Or it'll happen. But
I say you ride this thing till the wheels fall off.
Yeah,
like once he gets a rapport with his receivers and his offensive line, starts remembering like all that I'm sure there's a floodgate of information coming back to him in that playbook. Like 5 years is a long time.
Well, and because that Daniel Jones injury, if you do believe he's the future of your franchise, he's not going to be ready to start the season next year.
No,
right.
He will not.
Phillip Rivers will, though. Hopefully.
I mean, if you want to use him to bridge the gap at the beginning of the season next year until Daniel Jones gets back and give him a little time to get back in shape and
Agreed.
see what happens in the offseason, I could see it.
Yeah, and not have to worry about having to sign another quarterback, Anthony Richardson got cleared medically today, but he might never see a snap of football again. And I said that with Phillip Rivers when he was done, but, who knows?
Dude, I'll take the ghost of Phillip Rivers over
Anthony Richardson any day of the week.
Any day of the week. In the 100th percentile, give me Phillip Rivers over Anthony Richardson. And I think the Colts feel the same way too, because they are, a couple things going their way, a couple more wins, a couple more losses by the right teams, being right in the playoff hunt.
Phillip Rivers back in the playoffs, I would love to see it. I mean, I noticed watching him, he was a little hesitant, when they got behind the trenches, and he kind of just fell down with them, and honestly, I don't blame him at all.
No.
It was fun. That was the game of the week for me, other than the Bills-Patriots game. That was my game of the week. That was a great comeback. Down 21 points. Come on.
All right, that's a great segue. Let's put Phillip Rivers to rest, which I'm assuming he needs a lot of rest after Sunday. Looking forward to seeing him the rest of the NFL season.
Well, yeah, I also think he'll be better in morning games because, this is during his usual nap time.
Yeah, sure. He already went to Denny's and got the blue plate special at this time.
This is bedtime.
Their one primetime game is over, so he's good.
His body was probably super weak. That's usually when his Metamucil and Central Silver kicks in.
Afternoon nap time.
Hey, I took some Metamucil last week, man, for the first time in my life.
Okay.
It works.
All right.
Yeah.
Getting you fiber, little Jakey boy?
I had no idea what I was doing. It tasted like Tang, and I said, all right, I'll drink it.
Tang put the astronauts on the moon. Metamucil will put you on the toilet. Let's talk about your Bills and one of my most hated words in all of sports, resiliency. By the way, if you use that word, you're an idiot. It's just resilience. You don't need to add the extra letters. The resilience of the Bills to be down 21 rip to New England, who was the cream of the AFC.
The best team in the AFC.
Being down 21.
The Broncos may have something to say about that.
Now they do.
Now they do. In Boston. I know you watched every snap of that game.
Oh,
Jake,
yeah.
What did you see?
I think, so that's what happens when your want to be MVP meets the true MVP. The Bills have been a question mark all year in the first half of games that I've watched all year. So I kind of wasn't shocked. Once I kind of saw the drive that led to the first 7 points scored for the Bills, I knew it was over. I said, we got them right where we want them. All momentum is lost. They really only scored 2 of those touchdowns that they had off 50-yard plus carries.
Yeah.
And that was, the Bills can't stack the box. They're really bad against the run. Drake May looked okay in the first half, but then everything adjusts in the second half. And that's where real football starts getting played, and December football too. And I think that Josh Allen knows what he wants and what he has to do to get this team propelled forward to where they haven't been, which is a Super Bowl. And I think this is the most wide open shot it's ever been. The Bills knew this was a do or die game because the Bills have a problem with playing down to their competition and up to their competition. First time the Bills played the Patriots, they played down because they thought it was just going to be a joke season for them again. That was week 3. Then we saw what the Patriots transcribed to be, and now the Bills saw what they had to play up against, and they came out there and they performed, and they played Buffalo Bill football the best way they could.
Huge win for the Bills, puts them in position to sneak back and take the East and get their seeding higher for the playoffs. I mean, they're absolute dudes. Like, I still think they're top to bottom the best team in the AFC. I know the Patriots will have something to say about that later.
They need a lot of help to win the East.
Yeah, I know the Broncos definitely have something to say about that. A team that I think is incredibly dangerous if they're healthy and they could sneak in. The Ravens embarrassed the Bengals and also embarrassed me on all of my parlay tickets this weekend because I had Bengals plus 3.5 or plus 4.5 on a lot of my tickets, and I ripped up a lot of tickets this weekend thanks to the Ravens. I mean, if the Ravens stay healthy and play the football like they know how to, they're going to be monsters in the playoffs. The question is, can they sneak in?
Well, do you know Lamar Jackson's record in December throughout his whole year from weeks 15 to 18?
Undefeated.
Yeah, undefeated, 15-0 in all the games that he's started in. He is 15-0. This is Lamar Jackson time. The Patriots have to play the Ravens here soon.
Sure.
Ravens beat them, then it's a whole different conversation in the AFC.
No, because they still, as long as they win against Miami and New York, they'll have the better head-to-head record in the conference, in the division, and they'll win it.
Yeah, you're gonna need
even
some help.
Even if they lose to Baltimore this week, if they win their next 2, they win it.
Well, we got to hope for a couple more losses.
Yeah, that's why I said they're going to need some help. But
yeah, 2 weeks of prime Joe Burrow had me real twisted in that game, and they shut him and the Bengals offense down.
I was facing him in my fantasy league, which was perfect timing for me to have for him to have a shit the bed game.
The Eagles dominated the Raiders. The Eagles look like they're getting hot. They look like the Eagles of the last 2 years. They were only playing the Raiders.
They still don't run the ball.
They might have won by 40 points, but they played a 2 and whatever Raiders team that's coached by Pete Carroll and Geno Smith is their quarterback. That was not an impressive win at all in my book.
Yeah, hard agree. That's basically a bye week for the Eagles, but they look like they're rounding into form. Watch out for Philly. Another team that's on the rise, the Houston Texans, disposed of the Cardinals. They did their damn thing again, just like the Raiders. It was against the Cardinals, but the Texans look like a force going into the playoffs.
That game was over after the first drive. That bomb to Nico Collins. I was like, okay, I've seen enough of this one.
Stroud's starting to get back to what he looked like he could be his rookie year.
Yeah.
And that defense is just
that defense
scary.
is carrying him.
Yeah.
Will Anderson Jr. and Danielle Hunter next to each other, both them boys get paid to eat.
Yeah.
It's a bad week for NFL superstars who have floppy ACLs. That, of course, is the anterior cruciate ligament, not Austin city limits, as both Patrick Mahomes, whose Chiefs were already out of it, and Micah Parsons, who both ripped their knees up. Results of Micah Parsons TBD, but at 100% looks like an ACL. A huge bummer going towards the playoffs. There'll be no Patrick Mahomes and no full-strength Packers with the deadly Micah Parsons.
Jerry Jones definitely got 2 sausage egg McMuffins this morning. He's celebrating his trade, man.
I mean, they did take an L, but
Devontae Adams went out with a hamstring.
Yeah, that was a big injury.
Watching the game, all the games kind of at once, you see one guy after another being led off the field, and it was just brutal.
Didn't somebody on the Cardinals get carted off? I remember some player had to get medically carted off this weekend. I'm not sure which team or which player, but thinking of you.
Yeah, I mean, year in and year out, you're going to see this, people's futures shaped by injuries. And my beloved Packers, the hometown team here at Howie Sports Page, the only recognized Packers bar on greenbaypackers.com. Catch all your Packers action here at Howie Sports Page. And also catch some action at Rio Bravo Brewing on Wednesday. Myself and Fred Slow will be there for a happy hour. Come have a pint with us at Rio Bravo on Wednesday. Chargers handled business with or without Patrick Mahomes. I'm assuming they're going to sneak into the playoffs.
They're the 5
first round.
They're the 5 seed right now, so they would be paired up, I think, with The Steelers right now.
My AFC Super Bowl pick the last 2 years
Has been wrong.
has been very wrong, and it's starting to look legitimate now as Trevor Sunshine Lawrence, look like that dude on Sunday as they demolished the Jets.
Duval. Man, I like Liam Cohen, man. I don't know what he did, man, with Trevor Lawrence, but he finally figured him out.
Got him out of his own head.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Just stop thinking, stop overthinking, go out and play ball.
And with like a wide receiver core that's been improving throughout his whole career and hasn't really taken any diminishing blows other than Travis Hunter getting injured this year. But
adding Jacoby Myers at the trade deadline was huge.
Oh, yeah. Amazing!
I mean, he's become their number one. And
they look like they love each other.
Yeah, no, I mean
they're making like goofy eyes at each other on the sideline, like
passing notes to each other.
Passing notes, dude. Like they're sitting there with their tablets and just like, oh, it's a power couple now.
Yeah, it is
with those two.
And I thought Brian Thomas Jr. was still going to be wide receiver 1 after that trade, but nope.
Oh, man, it's really turning the corner. Snoozer, Commanders, Giants, they're just battling for draft position. Bears won another one over the Browns.
In -4 feeling weather, too. That was crazy. Beers were freezing.
Saints over Panthers. I had the Panthers in this one.
I had the Panthers too.
Tyler Shuck, man.
Yeah.
He has like the second highest QBR since he took over.
Yeah, it's great. He's playing really good football.
Yeah.
Chris Olave looks like he's
running the ball, throwing the ball. I mean, Shuck is he's another one. He's a gamer.
Besides Packers Broncos, what I think was the game of the week, Rams over Lions, and I hope you took the over.
Yeah, because it hit really early.
I don't know how many total punts there were. I haven't studied my game tape yet, but there were few.
Yeah.
41-34.
And it seemed like the Lions were going to win that at halftime.
Sure.
They had the command, and then Matt Stafford, who's probably going to win MVP this year.
Should. He's in position right now.
I mean, Josh Allen has slightly better stats than him, but, who's counting?
Those two teams are very likely to meet in the playoffs if the Lions can sneak in and grab a wild card. Going back to Phillip Rivers, visiting the Seahawks in Seattle, had his team in position, 45 seconds left with a field goal to win it. Colts defense crumbled. Seahawks got that sixth field goal. Hope you had him, Seahawks kicker, in your fantasy playoff. We discussed that. We'll slide on over to Packers Broncos. The Broncos defense in the second half just absolutely took over. And dare I say, Mile High Stadium competing with Kansas City as the best home field advantage in all of football. Jordan Love could not get off an audible the whole second half. They looked like a shell of themselves, and I thought they were rolling in the first half. Congratulations, Broncos fans.
Bo
Boys
Nix
are
looked
legit.
like that guy yesterday.
Sure.
He's had back and forth this season and had some great fourth quarters, but that was a full 4-quarter performance. He was gunning from the get-go, and he just looked phenomenal.
I know it's low-hanging fruit, but when I watch him run Sean Payton's offense, it's Drew Brees with wheels.
Yeah.
It's Drew Brees that can extend plays
and see over the line.
The dude gets it, man. Oh, Broncos fan, congratulations. You guys are on to something. 49ers looking strong at their march towards the playoffs. They're getting healthy. They got Brock Purdy back. Again, it was just the Titans, but watch out, NFC. The Niners are coming.
Titans scored way too many points on that Niners defense for them to be a contender, man.
Yeah, Titans are going to round into it. Cam Ward, I think he's better than what he's been showing. They just don't have the players on that 53-man roster to really compete with other NFL teams. Cowboys, Luke, I know, had both of us fooled a couple weeks ago as they looked like they were getting it together.
And they had
back-to-back losses to ruin their playoff chances. Vikings dispose of the Cowboys in Dallas.
At this point, they're better off losing out and up in those draft picks. They've got a lot of picks in the next couple of years, and if they can shore up that defense with what they've got going on offense, it could be something. But they're just a mess right now.
They still could win the division if the Eagles lose outright and they win outright.
It's
doable.
It's going to be a crazy march to the playoffs in the NFL. There's some people whose destiny is set, and there's even more teams who have a chance of sneaking in. It's going to be really fun as we march towards the playoffs. Monday Night Football here at Howie's. The Miami Dolphins, who have been on a heater, go to Pittsburgh to face the Steelers, who are fighting for their playoff lives. Luke, I see the color scheme. Who you got?
I'm looking at them to buck the trend. They've lost 13 in a row when it's less than 40 degrees at kickoff. But they're playing hot right now, and I know Rodgers is pretty good on Monday Night Football, but I just the cold weather, it gets to the old man a little more than it gets to most. So I think at this point, I'm picking the Dolphins.
Yeah, I like the Dolphins too. I'm going to take the Dolphins even on their spread at +3. Gambling wise, I think it's going to be under for the total. And the injuries that are plaguing the Steelers right now outweigh the shenanigans of Mike McDaniel for me. So
yeah, Watt went full Tyrod Taylor there.
Yeah, he did.
Getting a dry needling, he got a punctured lung.
Steelers are 3-point favorites at home, which basically means it's kind of a wash.
Pick 'em,
yeah, they got a home field advantage. I like the Steelers -3.5. If you want to buy that up a little bit,
okay.
If you can get Dolphins +4.5, I'm really into that bet. But I got the Steelers in a slugfest. Jake, I like your under.
Yep, I think it's going to be a score of like 7-3.
Yeah, I got both of them scoring in the teens, a lot of field goals. They're both going to pick up some yards, not get a lot of touchdowns, but what the hell do I know? But what I do know, Luke, that Howie Sports Page is the place to be for Monday Night Football. It's filling up in here, still a couple seats left, but hurry up and get down here, have some fun with us at Howie Sports Page, corner of Montgomery and Tramway. The Glizzies just came out, giveaways at halftime. And you get to meet Jake Cassio in person.
And who doesn't want to meet me?
Okay, that's a super long list.
Yeah.
But you, friend of the show, who are Cassio curious, come hang out and have some fun with us. We'll be at Rio Bravo Brewing on Wednesday doing happy hour over there. Come see us. Of course, we wouldn't be here without our friends in the community like Isham Dental. IshamDentalABQ.com. You don't have to call them. You don't have to text them. You don't have to write them. You just put your name right there on the website, give them your email or phone number, and they'll reach back out to you immediately. Scott Isham is an absolute dude, loves his community, and he is the best in the business. Friday, as always, we will be at the Duke's Team Store. Come get all of your Christmas presents at the Duke Team Store. Specials, 10% off on Friday when we're in the house. So you got those last minute gifts. Your place is, of course, the Duke's Team Store. Boys, we got to wrap it up. Started a little late. Luke, you got to go to work and run a bar.
Is it that time? Yeah, we got time.
Luke, final words?
Drink at Howie's.
Excellent. Young Jake Cassio.
As always, hi, Mom.
We are wrapping another episode of Talk ABQ Presents 2 Men On right here on Believe.com. Hang with us at Rio Bravo on Wednesday, at the Duke Store on Friday. And, of course, check out all of our other Talk ABQ properties, whether it's Fill in the Holes, which myself and Max Machado will be recording tomorrow morning and airing on Wednesday, or The Green Room. We are taking a Christmas break on The Green Room, myself and Andy Lyman, so get ready for more comedy content first week of January. Check out Going Over with Fred Slow and Saleh Taylor, My Fight Show with our homie Micah. We got a lot of big news coming up once we get the ink on the contract, and we'll tell you all about that. More Talk ABQ content coming your way in a lot of new regions and a lot of new ways to catch us. So for Fred Slow, for Luke Marquith, for Jake Cassio, I am Van Nunley, and we will catch you next time